Hello, my name is Matisse Cavodi. I'd like to welcome you guys to my channel today. Since I hate getting views, we're going to do another video on Quasar. But it's my channel, and I just love 1980s comic books. I have a real soft spot for 1980s madness. And today we're going to cover Quasar issues 4 through, I think, 9. I have to check that up because I didn't mark the pages very well. Yeah, up until 9. This run was written by, at least these issues were written by Mark Grunwald, illustrations by Paul Ryan, and this is as good as it gets for 80s insane madness. We also get tie-ins with Act of Vengeance, which actually they're not must-reads to that particular crossover. Well, that crossover was sort of weird. But they're pretty fun stories. We have a really weird tie-in into the Secret Wars, the original one. That it's pretty interesting. It's a pretty interesting idea, and we get the introduction of one of the ugliest villains ever, Modam, the female Modok, which is basically nightmare fuel. Like, we got the most fucked up villain ever with Death's Urge in issue number 2, but Modam is probably the ugliest. So, without further ado, issue number 4. Quasar is like, even though he's the protector of the universe, the champion of Eon has put him on Earth, which is his home planet, obviously, to hunt down and track evil aliens, because Eon has established that a great menace to the universe is on this planet. He can't really localize him, but he knows he's on this planet, and basically Quasar becomes like the space cop. Actually, he says he's like the migratory police for aliens on Earth. So he's hunting down aliens, checking them out if they're good or bad. And in one of his first outings, he comes across with an old associate, Aquarian, who's this really weird character from the 70s. He's a pacifist. I do like his powers because he does cause trouble for Quasar in this issue, because his powers actually negate other people's powers. He has like this energy field that turns off any power set. So he's a pacifist. He has like this weird hippie cult. I guess it's out on the West Coast, because obviously those kinds of things popped up in the West Coast. And while they're talking, this alien called Quantum pops up. He has some issues with Aquarian, and Quantum, I only seen him pop up in West Coast Avengers, and that's it. Like, he's the villain he wasn't too popular back in the day. He's insanely powerful, and what we discovered in this story is that Quantum and Aquarian is apparently both from the same planet. They're both exiles, and but Quantum's like insanely violent, war-driven. He's a soldier, while Aquarian is basically a space hippie. And I do like the way this end of this story, because Quasar uses his powers and sort of breaks Quantum. He pulls him out of phase. He gets all weird, and Aquarian tells Quasar's like, man, can you heal him? He's out of phase. He can't touch reality. He's all messed up. Why did you do that? He's like, hey, I'm trying to stop him. No, but don't do those type of things. You're a hero. And so Quasar sort of leaves with a sour taste in his mouth. Issue number 5, we have the first time with the Acts of Vengeance. We have Quasar retrieving what they can from the sunken Avengers Mansion. Back during the mid-80s, the Avengers Mansion was like on this floating island. Got destroyed. He's working with Stingray. And Loki approaches Absorbing Man during the Acts of Vengeance. He commends villains to go fight other heroes, try to mix things up. Since these heroes are not familiar with these villains, they might get the upper hand. He gives Absorbing Man like a power boost, because Absorbing Man's powers are mystical nature. I actually think they're Asgardian. I have to check that up. So Absorbing Man starts causing trouble around the city. Quasar intervenes. They get a pretty cool battle. And what happens in the story, the interesting thing is, Absorbing Man touches his quantum bands. He turns into whatever they're made of and basically becomes a menace to Earth. And what happens is what other characters that had the quantum bands before, they can't deal with all the energy, and he just explodes. So Quasar retrieves his ball and chain, goes chats with Captain America. He's like, hey, what went down? No, Absorbing Man just blew up. Then issue number 6, we got another tie-in. This story is actually pretty good. I enjoyed it a lot, even though they did something that are deceiving covers. You got Venom on the cover, Venom on the first page. So you think he might be an important part of the story? No, he's in one page. Like here, Quasar deals with him really fast, and he's out. He's not in the story anymore. Bunch of villains break out from the vault. So Quasar is going to give a hand, try to hunt them down. First crosses paths with Claw. While he's dealing with Claw, Living Laser comes out of nowhere, gives Claw a hand. He's able to escape. So Quasar goes after Living Laser. He just flies out to the moon, Living Laser to hide. And while he's on the moon, he finds his way into the Watcher's base where he does all of his activities. And we also have Red Ghost. He's in there. He wants to steal some alien technology. He's months, years trying to get in. And now he sees everything in danger because of Living Laser and Quasar. So Quasar tries to take down Living Laser. Living Laser causes trouble for Watcher. So Watcher's sort of pissed off. He teleports Quasar away. He's like, you're out of here. And this leads to a battle between Red Ghost and Quasar, because Red Ghost is really pissed off that he also got teleported out of the base, so he couldn't steal the stuff he wanted. And Quasar has to use his wits to be able to take him down, because Red Ghost is actually a sort of hard foe to take down because he becomes intangible, stuff like that. Then we got Quasar number 7. It doesn't say it's a tie-in to Acts of Vengeance, but it sort of is, because during Acts of Vengeance, Spider-Man became Cosmic Spider-Man. And in this story, after a brief superhero misunderstanding, classic thing that leads to always a brief battle between heroes, so you can see who's stronger and stuff like that. The battle's meh, it's not the best. But both heroes have to team up because they have to defeat Terminus, this giant robot. It's going to destroy New York City, obviously. That always happens. So, after defeating Terminus, we go into issue number 8. And here's a real funny thing. We have Quasar. He arrives to the New Mutants base. We have Warlock, who's part of an alien race called the Technarchy, something like that. I can't remember. And Quasar just drops in and says, "Hey, you guys are hanging out with an alien. Is he a good guy?" And he's like, the New Mutants say, "Yeah, he's a good guy. Okay, I'll leave." He just goes away. The whole exchange is pretty hilarious. But what we get in the story is Quasar goes to Project Pegasus and has to deal with this alien. But what we find out is actually this alien is Iron Man. Back during the Secret Wars crossover, had to change his armor and used armor from the Battle World. This armor actually became sentient and started to attack Project Pegasus. So this is sort of a far-flung tie-in to the Secret Wars crossover. Iron Man's living armor. So we have 2 suits, evil suits, that come out of the Secret Wars: Venom and this armor, which is probably totally been forgotten. And the last one, this is pure gold. This is 80s as hell. 1990. I actually don't remember. Not 1990. Probably 1988, 89. This came out. So issue number 9, we have Quasar having to go up against Modam. And in this story, I really love this part where we get the CEO, that, oh goddamn dog. He's telling all these villains, they're sort of like at this auction, that AIM's not going to try to conquer the world anymore. What they're going to do is sell weapons and give logistics to supervillains, give their stuff to the highest bidder. And the whole interaction of the situation is just hilarious. We have all these villains making questions about AIM weapons. And this guy tells the bad guys, like MODOK is not in charge anymore, but we have Modam. She's the new maximum weapon that they have. They're going to put out into the field and test her. So obviously in this story, Quasar has to deal with Modam. And what I gotta tell you guys about this series, like 80s comic books in general, like they're so bizarre. They have a really weird way of making social commentary. They really capture also the spirit of the times, the mindset of the people of that era, and Quasar especially. So this video was a mess, but the thing is, I have to travel for work. I'm gonna be out for a real long time, so I wanted to pump out a couple videos really quick so I could just have stuff on the channel. So see you guys next time. Bye.